The Train with Kai videos are a documentary-style training series that pairs up the two-time Arnold Classic champion and Mr. Olympia contender with less experienced bodybuilders, giving them a chance to learn from someone at the elite level of the sport, and giving us a chance to listen in as Kai gives back a little of the knowledge he has gained during his years as a pro bodybuilder. The Train with Kai video series is a bodybuilding.com exclusive, so be sure to bookmark it now. Kai Greene has a holistic, multidisciplinary approach to bodybuilding. After the warm-up, while helping Nick master the deadlift, he once again sets Nick's mindset by drawing a parallel between bodybuilding and dance. Kai knows that the only boundaries are the ones we place there ourselves.
A lot of lower back there. But if you're comfortable there, cool. See, as I bend over, I'm already able to either flex my hamstring or try to flex my glute. Here, piano wire is what I'm looking for. That's the feedback I'm looking for. Basically what's happening is I'm almost trying to pull my feet apart. I'm trying to open my feet out like this, but they can't because I'm digging the soles of my feet into the ground. Does that make any sense? While at the same time trying to come up, almost like doing a dance class and trying to roll my way up. Seriously, it sounds funny, but okay. What dancers, martial artists, bodybuilders, wrestlers all have in common is movement. Anything that moves is muscle. You know? We're using these muscles. Human physiology hasn't changed in the last 2,000 years. So whether you're a martial artist, a big brooding guy, or a dancer, you know, you're using muscles to move. Right. And because human physiology is the same, you know, maybe in bodybuilding, we may call it a squat. In a ballerina, may call it a plie or something like that, right. You know. But a lot of the positioning and poses is all the same. You must be an excellent deadlifter. Your lower back is so thick, and I can see when you're moving, your mechanics are so deadlift. You're breaking your knee. You're breaking your knee. Those mechanics will serve you well for deadlifting. Yeah. What you're doing is awesome, and it's obvious that that's how you've been able to develop the thickly muscled physique that you have. You'll be able to go forward and continue to, you know, you have a lot of potential. What I'm trying to show you is a little bit different. In fact, it's a lot different. Right. But if you're more comfortable to do it that way, be advised, though, that everything that we just did will not be spoken to as well as it could be. Right. All of that stuff was a prelude to this, you know what I mean? Going forward when we squat, going forward when we leg curl, going forward when we do those other things, they will build off of the foundation that we've been working on with these few movements that we've been doing now. There's a contraction occurring right here that's clean. I can feel that. I can feel it with my fingertips. I can feel it inside of my body. I can feel that. This here, and that's what I want. I want to get that contraction there. Believe it or not, that's what we're looking for when you're doing the adductor movement. Normally, I'll superset that with this. You know, so while I'm doing this movement, I'm still trying to do that while the ground is not allowing my feet to move out.
The deadlift is traditionally an exercise for legs and back. But what Kai is doing is a super isolation of the movement. Because this is supposed to be a leg workout, he is refusing to allow the back to do much of the work, which brings the legs into play much more than most people are used to. Even an advanced bodybuilder like Nick is struggling to adjust to this laser pointer method of training.
I love that set, man. Your concentration looks intense. You look like you are really, really masterfully working to do something.
Yeah.
I like that. It looks great. Looks great. All right, we're gonna keep moving.
I do a lot of volume like he does, as far as reps, sets, exercises, but
Hamstrings.
the angles he hit, it's just new muscle fibers that you never trained before. So it's just like, you're jumping in a car you never drove before, you don't know how to start it, it's getting in a foreign car, you don't know where the key is, where the gas pedal is, it's different.
Yes, sir. Hamstrings, young warrior. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hamstrings. 7, 8. Come on. 9, 10. You're doing good, young warrior. We're almost finished. 2, hamstrings, hamstrings. 4, come on. 5, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good job. Catch my body weight. Now I'm flexing my glutes, my hamstrings, making it responsible for lowering my body down. As I come up, I'm just using this back leg to balance me a little bit, but I'm trying to concentrate on this. I'm not really thinking about this leg as much as I am thinking about my glute and my hamstring, which should be on fire now from everything that we just got finished doing. And I'm flexing it. Got the bottom again. That's the stretch. Up to the top. Flex.
When done correctly, walking lunges can put less stress on the knees than either stationary lunges or squats. But by this time, after so many glute and hamstring exercises in a row, Nick's balance is in question.
Good. This is better than the first. This is better than the first. Okay, your body's waking up now. You're alive. You're alive. Let's get it. A lot of people do this movement and they're thinking about quads, 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 quads. The quads are going to work. That's the easy part with doing a squat or a lunge or anything. That's easy. To make your hamstrings and your glutes work, that might be a challenge. It means that you have to concentrate, connect. The only way to do that was how we did all those other movements to help build the mind and muscle connection a little bit, to become more aware of those areas. So now when we get to a movement like this, or a squat or a deadlift, we're a lot more likely to be able to have command over your hamstring and your glutes and not just easily fall to the obvious, contract your quads. It'll also help your knees in the long run. It'll also help your lower back in the long run. Good job. Good job.
At this point, Nick is struggling to understand why he is having such a hard time. After all, he and Kai nearly weigh the same, and Nick is no stranger to a hard workout. And so he begins to question the order of things.
I usually start with hamstring, but I never thought of starting with actual glutes primarily by itself. Usually I'll finish them off after I'm done with quads, but nothing to the extent that you took it.
I tell you what, when you go and you win the Arnold Classic, when someone asks you how, what were the tools you needed to have?
Right.
You know, you'll have to go into your mind and think about all what you've done.
Right.
For me, this has been a blueprint towards the achievement that I have now, to my credit. Now, I'm not saying I know everything. A lot of people have great quads, you know. A lot of people have, you know, good hamstrings. A lot of people have exceptional calves. You know, to try to put all that together and then have a certain area where you just dominate, you know, that stuff comes from a lot of thought, a lot of time, a lot of seasoning, you know, not just walking in off the street. Yeah, I'm gonna do 4 sets of squats, 3 sets of leg extensions, and 2 sets of leg curls. Okay, I'm done with legs. Let me go do some calves. All right, let me go see my girl by 12. No, that's not, you can't, you're not gonna be the elite of this game thinking like that, approaching this thing like that. So, you know, this is a meditative thing. It really is. You know, what I'm trying to talk to you about today is being able to go inside of yourself, you know, encourage that dialogue, you know, checking in, finding out what's going on, bringing your tools online, you know. There's a lot of thought required in order to be in touch with your champion, you know, and you have great potential, but what will determine whether or not you'll be able to use that potential and see it, you know, fully realized will be how well or how important it is to you. And once you decide that it's very important to you, the tools that you will use in order to do that would be some of the things that I'm trying to share with you today. 10, 11, 12, come on, 13, 14, come on, 15. Okay, this, believe it or not, is your quarter turn to the right. This is your side chest. This is your tricep from the knee down. That's this pose. That pose is this right here. When you stand there, flexion here, up, hamstring, glute, finished. That's it from the knee down. That's what this is. You know, every time you do this movement, that's the time where you technically, as a bodybuilder that gets on stage and competes, as an athlete of this discipline, you're saying, okay, you know what? I am now addressing my side tricep from the knee down. I am addressing my side chest from the knee down.
Kai and Nick finish working calves with 2 more exercises, but there is still more to come. for most people,